March 2022. A Russian oil tanker sits idle near Shanghai. Its cargo, $100 million in crude. The payment, frozen. The reason? A single line of code got deleted by a SWIFT operator in Belgium. This started the financial warfare.
This just in, the ruble crashes
SWIFT killer
by
system.
30%.
Russian oil tanker sits idle.
Breaking news.
Story of the world's most
Political,
powerful weapon.
technical,
By
and legal.
30% in
China
24
accelerates.
hours.
This warfare moves 5 trillion a day without a single dollar changing hands. This was never just about Russia. It was a test. A warning. Because whoever controls SWIFT controls the world's money. And this is how the game is rigged. This is the untold story of the secret life of SWIFT. They sold it as a boring banking tool, just a telegram service for money. But leaked board minutes from 1974 reveal the truth.
From day one, the Americans had backdoor access. The neutral Swiss NGO was a myth.
Every transaction made a pit stop here. Even the KGB saw through the charade. But the West had a better name for it. After 9/11, the US gave an ultimatum. Give us every transaction worldwide, or we'll cut you off from Wall Street. SWIFT folded. And that's when the real games began.
Either give us every transaction or lose your Wall Street clearing rights.
This wasn't a request. It was a hostage situation. And so the targets became the architects. The system was never neutral. Either was the next financial war. The question isn't who controls SWIFT today, but who will control money tomorrow. Every system has its backroom. For global finance, it's a windowless office in Brussels, where accountability goes to die.
I sat in those meetings. No names on the minutes, no votes, just consensus.
Iran served as the test case. Officially, it was about combating terror financing, but the true motivation may have been quite different.
SWIFT CEO has resigned just 3 months later, sources say.
When Venezuela's banker Alex Saab used euros instead of dollars, they didn't fine him. They kidnapped him.
This isn't justice, it's a swift execution.
By 2024, the blacklist wasn't about states. It was about transactions, and one non-compliance away from being erased.
They track every loophole and every banker who tries to use one.
The final step was a simple rule change. After that, proof was irrelevant. Suspicion was enough. The US dollar's reign relied on one weapon: SWIFT. But China had a plan to dismantle it, piece by piece. Leaked directives revealed Beijing's endgame. By 2022, SIPs processed $12 trillion annually, which is 80% of SWIFT's reach. But SIPs was just the rail, and China's digital yuan became the bullet. A programmable currency that bypassed US sanctions entirely.
They tested it in Hong Kong, UAE, even NATO's ally. Turkey. Each transaction erased a piece of dollar dominance.
When Russia was ejected from SWIFT, $300 billion in reserves froze overnight. The Kremlin panicked until Beijing stepped in. Russia dumped the dollar and paid in gold-backed yuan. By 2023, 40% of Sino-Russian trade used SIPs.
This wasn't just about Russia. It was a demo for Iran, Venezuela, and anyone on Washington's sanctions list.
The petrodollar's pillars were crumbling. Even France began settling LNG trades in yuan. The US realizes its weapon is now a liability. In 2024, a classified Fed report warned that China could trigger a dollar crash by dumping treasuries and blocking CIPS access.
They thought SWIFT was a leash, now it's a noose around their neck.
The lesson here is, when it comes to financial power, it's not about who makes the rules, but who builds the system.
This wasn't about politics, it was simple math. The Fed printed 80% of all dollars into existence since 2020. The world needed an exit.
In 2023, BRICS controlled 40% of global oil. By 2024, the unthinkable happened. China and Russia built a gold-backed alternative to SWIFT. Saudi Arabia agreed to sell oil in yuan, and for the first time in 80 years, the world had a way out of the dollar. The dollar didn't lose to a better currency. It lost to something more valuable: trust.
They told us it was too big to fail. They were wrong.